Stop it.
Okay. Now we are live. Welcome everyone to Pokeception Check. You must have rolled high to find our quiet little stream. For the people who've been waiting for this one to come back, we're back, everybody!
Yay!
I am your Dungeon Master or Game Master, whichever you prefer, Brownie of the JCG Gamers, and joining us is the Ragtag crew as you hopefully know and love them. We're joined by Aeon.
Hello.
Heidi.
I think I'm a zombie now because this is the undead, right? No? Okay.
No. Joined by Lena.
Peoples, it's good to be back.
Yay. And hello from Dell.
Hoi, everybody. Would you like a watermelon?
Sure.
Oh god, I love watermelon.
Here.
Thank
I
you.
prefer cabbages.
The animation in Discord.
Banana, please.
Wait, who said cabbages?
My cabbages!
Get that guy a fucking rabbit's foot.
Hey.
But no, his rabbits eat his cabbages.
Oh shit!
Cabbages!
That's floof, by the way.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
We're joined by Knight.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
No, wait. I don't know the reference, I'm afraid. I apologize. And Thean. Wait a minute! Oh no! I freaking knew it! Okay, enough!
Beautiful.
If I mute him right now,
No, don't. This is beautiful.
guys. Okay, enough! How much more does this go on for?
It's almost done. It's almost done.
Have you guys listened to
This
this?
is almost done.
No!
This is beautiful.
Oh my god. Okay, the ending.
What is this, barbershop quartet or something?
Space Odyssey.
It's a space quartet. It's an astronaut quartet.
Wait, what was that at the end?
Command error in phoneme. That is what
For anyone who doesn't know what that theme was, it's from Space Odyssey.
the song is called Also Sprach Zarathustra.
It's also a Mendelssohn piece.
Yes, Also Sprach Zarathustra entered the fair use domain in 2019.
In short
So
version,
it's fair game now, bitches.
so yeah, that's the short version.
Shout outs to Joseph on YouTube for actually setting that up. I'm
As
not
a
skilled
resident
enough to do it.
musician, I approve.
Oh,
Yeah, shout outs to Joseph on YouTube for setting that up. I'm not skilled enough to do it.
Meme. Proved.
So why the hell am I losing? Oh, good lord, why the hell am I losing frames? We're 5 minutes in. I've already dropped nearly 2,200.
What the heck?
The hell?
Well,
Did the astronaut song do it?
I don't know. Give me a minute. I'm just looking this up. Sorry, guys. One moment before we fully get started.
All right.
Hey, Rain. Good to see ya. Give me 1 second. Brownie's looking up his part here.
Ian, that was absolutely insane, though.
Yeah, shout outs to Joseph on YouTube for getting that, or for doing that, period. It's hilarious, if you ask me.
Jesus, okay. Okay, this is interesting. Right. Yeah, this is... It's...
Interesting how.
It's going fine, Rain. I appreciate it. I have no idea what's going on here. Wait. Okay, no one's got the camera on.
We did it. We did it.
Yeah.
That was fast.
Yeah,
The
I don't
audience,
know.
we apologize for any technical. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, we apologize for any technical difficulties.
I appreciate that. You know what? Let's just see where we go with this and see exactly how this goes. Also, appreciate those who have hit us up with the deluxe charges. Wow, a lot of people hit us up with the deluxe charges. Thean hit us up with one. Heidi hit us up with one. Knight, you hit us up with one. Oh wait, what's going on? Wait, hey, calm down, calm down.
We're in the middle of a hype train right now.
Hi.
That's amazing.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. Welcome to the insanity. Drinks not
Yes.
included.
Drinks are not included.
Bring your own beverages. Bring your own snacks.
Unfortunately, no cabbages.
Hope everyone
Well,
enjoys the ride.
If we were the creators of Don't Starve, we'd say oxygen not included.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. We do have watermelon though.
Oh God! God, stop making me hungry.
Okay, I'll stop.
RHC Lum has joined us. Hola, Chris. Good to see you. I think I know exactly who that is. Hi. Yeah, I thought that was you, Ness. Good to see you. It's a friend I know recently. Anywho, we've had enough dawdling around. I think it's time we actually get right into this because I think it's time to let loose and let me control your fate. I mean, the dices.
No.
So,
Don't try and pull the wool over our eyes.
At least now I
There
can
it
say
is.
Riz whenever I fail a roll.
that's fair.
Hey.
Oh dear.
Don't try. Wait, don't try and pull the wool over our eyes.
That's fair. Also, we just broke the record for the highest things we've had so far.
Hey,
Yay, hype train
Yeah.
level 2.
Hype train level 2. Bloody hell, that's a rare one. Hype! Thanks for the 100 bits, by the way. Anyway, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to roll?
Hands up.
Jesus.
Give me a bowling ball.
That's fair. Oh, and we just set up with the follow. Wait, what is that? Wait, I just realized what's missing. Oh, that's what's missing.
The music?
You know what?
Not the music, more the fact of, for some reason, my notifications were missing.
Oh, weird.
I could see the stuff on the side, but I couldn't see anything else, so, okay, just give us a moment, guys. We're just loading one thing up here. I'm hoping it's coming through rather okay on the stream. Oh, there we go. Okay, yep, there we go. Now I see everyone's, lovable result here. Yeah, Knight hit us up, Dean hit us up, Heidi hit us up, we hit a hype train, Rain donated some bits, and then we just had a follow from Ness in the chat. So, hey, good start. Glad to know everyone missed us.
You want to make it better, Brownie?
Hmm.
Do you want to make it better?
How?
I can do something. Hold on. Trying to get the fucking thing. Fuck it.
What? What?
Yeah.
What?
Uh-oh. What do you got planned, Knight?
1,000 bits?!
You're welcome.
Whoa, what?
Okay,
Heidi-
then.
Okay, that's the start. 1,000 bits from Knight.
You're welcome.
Okay, you know what? Because the player damn well did it. Maybe I should start doing incentives if the players do it.
Hey, we're back. Why not?
Yeah.
To make it even better.
I love that we haven't
Oh,
even
now you're doing it.
Yes.
we haven't even started. Heidi hit us up with another 1,000 bits.
I'm level 3 now.
Hype!
Oh, this is fucking great.
We just started.
Level 3.
Okay, carrying on. Let's get this show on the road. All right, everyone. I asked nicely in the chat. Players, are you ready to roll?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Very well.
Roll the dice.
I can't. Give me a bowling ball.
Oh, I've missed hearing this music.
Music.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mystery Dungeon is still one of the best Pokemon side games, just for clarity.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
I will say this right now. If any of the D&D sessions comes to an end, whether by good means or bad or proper ending, I think Mystery Dungeon might be the next one I might do.
There you go.
Either that, or if Aeon wants to handle it, or someone else wants to. Either way, choices are there. But besides the point, last time on Pokeception Check. Ooh, that felt weird to say. Team Unity had managed to successfully deal with their endeavors in the city of Dewford, the small island on the southern coast of Hoenn. They managed to acquire their third gym badge for the Pokemon Team League Challenge, as well as some outside extra stuff that happened in the middle, dealing with Arlen and the photo shoot that he'd been asked to show off the new collection of fashion that he had in the form of the Meg Garments, starting off with a swimwear collection that all of you modeled, and except for Shixona, who joined you on a different matter, but we'll get to that another time. But actually, you know what? We'll bring it up on this point, because you obviously had an encounter where you encountered Deep Blue, a special Wailord that had the powers of Kyogre beginning to brew with him. He had told that there was a Team Rocket incident, which all of you, with Shixona being coughed up from the belly below, got dragged into, but you managed to not only prevent the Kyogre's treasure from being taken, but you managed to convince the Team Rocket members to not keep up their act anymore. You came back, you did the gym badge, and now you are on your way to Slateport City. During that time, you got attacked by a group of Gyarados, which you managed to convince somehow, or by lucky means, to avoid getting smashed to bits. But, after trying to make a pit stop, which is now where we go a little bit to the one-shot that was mentioned, and this is where I apologize. If anyone has not seen the one-shot adventure, you are welcome to go watch which Aeon was in charge of. Which, I became a player. Yes, role reversed.
He became a player.
Yeah, game
Reversal. And there you go. And there you go. And there you go. Role reversal.
Oh, I will say right now, fucking scared the shit out of me on some of those occasions.
Hey, it was Halloween themed. It fits.
Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the point.
Yeah.
That reminds me, we need to switch seats.
Okay, thank you. I'll have my seat back. Thank you. Thanks for keeping it warm, buddy. Wait, a mint? Oh, you're one of those assholes, the guy who leaves the mint on the pillow.
Okay, then.
Thank you. All right. So to not go into the story of that, but to pick up, because the players have decided they want to continue on to Slateport, so moving ahead, we will go to Slateport City.
Remind me where the boat usually docks again.
So this is where things are going to be different compared to the games, because normally for the games it comes in the southern area and you go across the beach up north to Slateport. In this scenario, you guys are coming through the dock area, which is actually the large building where the boats are. Now, that is normally where there is like the vessels and things like that, but that has been turned into the local port where Mr. Briney has dropped you guys off. To pick
Like
up
a
the...
moon pool.
Kind of. So to spoil the tiny bit of the ending, where you encountered a sort of monk-esque type of figure by the name of Jackal, which was my character, by the way. You basically all jumped off to go get some breakfast after waking up from the long voyage of such, and to skip ahead a little bit, Jackal bids you all adieu, with Zen giving a nod. For those who don't know, Zen is a Bagon. There was no way I wasn't having a Bagon, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
You were like, begone.
Begone, thought!
There it is.
Yes.
But, Jackal,
And it starts.
hey, it's one after all this time. Don't worry, I've learned a punishment method here. Also, hey, also, on a side note, I received a level 2 hyper mode.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, hype train emojis
got
have been
the
gifted out to everybody.
Yep, there we go. Choo-choo! Alright, so with that said, all of you have now come out of there, and I will say that you've had some breakfast and you're reconvening sort of in front of the shack. So, Team Unity, if you would like to bring your tokens onto the field, please, round about where my signal is. Can you see
I
where...
did so.
I see.
Oh. All right.
The big building with the boats. I see.
Yeah. Everyone remember how
Wait,
to...
this is gonna remind me. I'm gonna have to freaking remember how to do this because I have not. Ugh.
Go to your journal. Yeah, go... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Lena.
Okay, you go to your journal, and where you see your character's name, you just do a simple drag and drop.
Okay. There we go.
Wait, hold up. Oh, that
There
area.
you go. There you go. You got it.
That's it.
There we
Wait,
go.
where did Del spawn?
You clicked
We
up.
all were up here.
You clicked up. You clicked up. Someone clicked up here.
Oh.
Oh
That's
yeah.
why you were looking up there.
Fair enough. Don't worry, that is another one as well, by the way. Basically, this port where you guys came in, that is basically a entrance that Mr. Briney has as like a makeshift entrance spot. The other one up top is like a more
son of a-
localized... Yeah, the one up top is for the localized ferry that goes to another place. It doesn't go to Slate Port. So it's basically there's two different ports. One that comes from the southern area of Dewford. The other one up north goes to the further east.
A localized ferry? Damn, Tickaton's taking Corviknight's job.
Bonk! Let's see.
my.
Floof -1 on the next roll.
Yeah.
Just ignore him unless it's a really bad one. Then it's better. Just
Yeah,
ignore him.
that's
Dean,
fair.
Alright.
Dean, give me the tactic.
So, Team Unity. At this point...
Where's my pan?
Later. So-
I ate it.
So, Team Unity.
Yeah, sure.
So at this point, Team Unity, I ask you now, what would you like to do?
Weren't we all gonna have breakfast?
I've said that you guys have had the breakfast at this point. To
Oh,
skip ahead
okay.
a couple of minutes. So at this point, so first of all, I have to bring up who does not know Slate Port based off the games. If you don't, then say I.
I.
Okay, so that's 2 people. Okay, so for those who don't know, basically Slateport is like one of the large port cities of it. There is no Pokemon gym here, but it is mostly known as like the connection area that leads to the other area coastlines of the Hoenn region. It is mostly known as like the sort of market town. It did used to hold a Pokemon contest here, but due to the decline of people who were visiting in it, it's basically taken a break while they can fix things up and to focus on the Pokemon challenge. That's the lore of this world, by the way. The contest hall at this point has also been turned into like a police station.
And the contest hall is here? I mean,
Nope. It is
It's
over
all
here.
the way up here.
It's over here. Oh, it is up there. Sorry, thank you. Wrong one. Thank you. It's this one up here. Thank you. So,
Over there.
I had.
Yeah, this is the fan club down here.
I
If
had.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Give me 1 minute while I move a token. Thank you.
And this is the Pokemart, and this is the Poke Center.
Thanks, Sherlock, for bringing me the obvious and what I forgot. Okay.
And I forget what this place is.
That
That's
is
the
Museum
museum.
Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was thinking it was a museum, but
Yeah. So,
Like for the undersea explorations.
yeah, that's correct. So,
I
Team
remember my
Unity.
stuff.
I'm glad someone does. Alright, so Team Unity. The place is bustling with people, despite the fact I did not have time to put them in, but it is a very busy port town. So, at this point, Team Unity, I ask you now, what do you wish to do?
Well, I know what Elizabeth is going to do, but I'll wait until everybody else has their ideas.
It's a shame the contest hall is not operating. Might have been worth a look.
Yeah, if the contest hall wasn't the police station, that probably would have been worth a look. Oh well.
It's like the DM planned and wanted to avoid this. For now.
He wanted to avoid people dressing up all fancily and having their Pokemon dance in front of crowds.
For now.
Reform, yeah.
For now.
Well,
Right now, I think Tycho's gonna explore Slateport.
Okay. I would say if anyone is up for the exploring, just tell me the area in the vicinity that you guys are going, if you're going in any direction, or if there's anywhere anyone would like to go specifically, just let me know.
I'm gonna have Louise explore the museum.
The museum? Okay. So Tycho...
Oh, that's a museum.
Yes. Yes.
You know what? Museum it is.
And I'm back.
Welcome back, Nina.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is it possible to go? Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. You go check out the marketplace. Go along, Shu. Go check out the marketplace. Don't wait on me. Go check out the marketplace. There you go.
I said get.
I was moving.
I said get.
Okay. Alright, you know what? I'll ask each person to see where they're going. So, Kemplar, where are you going? Or what are you doing?
Is it possible to go to the top of the lighthouse?
Oh fucking hell, I forgot about... that lighthouse is actually more of just like it is not, unfortunately.
It's not like an actual lighthouse.
It is a lighthouse, but you can't enter it.
Lighthouse is spy.
Unfortunate. Oh well, okay.
I'm sorry.
In that case, come back to me.
Okay. Arlen, what are you doing?
I guess I'll go check out the marketplace as well.
Fair enough. Lena, what is Momoko doing?
Yeah, Momoko is going to go with Arlen to check out the marketplace. I'm guessing Shiksona's doing the same thing.
Yes. Shikzona, Arlen, and yourself are going there from the pot there. Okay. I think I know what Elizabeth is doing.
Maybe.
Alright, Heidi, where's Elizabeth going?
She's going to Slateport Police.
What happened to your voice?
Blech.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think your
Oh,
voice
your
stopped.
microphone missed. Your microphone.
Hang on.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Let me guess. Let me guess. Voice mod.
Whoops.
I forgot my keybind for my Obsidian voice was H.
Okay.
Fair enough. Okay, Kemplar, what about you? Do you still need some more time to decide?
What's this building? On the far left?
Which one, sorry? Oh, that one? It is actually the... I feel bad for saying this. It's the Pokemon fan club. Or, that's what it would be in the game, but it actually is something else.
Yeah, I wanted to know what that was.
Okay, it used to be the fan club, but it is something else. So if you want to go check that out, you can do if you wish.
Gamblar's gonna read the sign to figure out what the hell that building is.
Okay, well, I'll mention it to Kemplar so he's aware of this. It reads... Coming soon. Battle facility in the making. Captain Calypso is waiting for your arrival.
Calypso
Okay. We haven't met Captain Calypso yet. Okay, Kemplar will have to look forward to meeting Captain Calypso.
Fair enough. All right, so let's go over the first lot. So let's go over the marketplace stuff first, because I think that's the easiest stuff to get out of the way. So, Shixona, Arlen, and Momoko. The three of you... you split the party. You've learned nothing. Okay, so...
Okay, you're not funny.
Okay. Anyway, so Shixona, Arlen, Momoko. As the three of you enter the Slateport Marketplace, you are greeted with the sights and sounds and even the smells of everything that would be associated with a marketplace that people would use to try and make a business. Whether it's selling flowers or herbs for cooking of any kind, or even like medical herbs, to stuff like berries and stuff like that as well. Or there's even the odd trinket of treasure and items that have been dashed around in certain places. And in the procedure of things, you see that it is kind of hustling and bustling, despite the fact that it is still fairly early-ish in the morning. It seems many people want to try get, essentially, the best deals in town. So, is there anything you three are doing?
Hey, you mentioned cooking, right?
I did, yes.
Did you happen to see what was on my character sheet?
I did. Hey, if it's what you... Hey, that's what... It's like I said this on purpose.
Saying I know what Momoko's going to do.
Okay, so Momoko's gonna... So, Momoko, I presume you're looking for cooking supplies?
Like you said herbs. Like, you have herbs for medicine, herbs for cooking. She's gonna be looking for herbs for cooking as well.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, so... okay, I'll get to yours in a second. I'll find out from the other two. Arlen, Shixona, what are you two doing?
I look down at Snivy and I ask, do you think maybe anybody might have some information on Jin?
Snivy?
He just kind of shrugs and looks around.
Snivy?
Wouldn't be bad to ask anybody if they have any information.
Snivy?
Let's try our luck.
Alright, so you're gonna try and find location. You're gonna try Information on Jin.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough. Voices in the background. Arlen, what about you? Are you looking for anything in particular or just browsing?
Well, I'm used to everything. I'm used to the richer side of things, so this is new and fascinating. And yeah, I'm just like,
I forgot about that.
Don't mind me, by the way.
That's fine.
I guess if anyone's selling like Pokemon candy or treats or something like that, I might be interested.
So kind of like the best way to describe it, like a pet treat type of thing.
Yeah, candy bar, Pokemon candy bars, whatever.
Okay. All right, so I would like the three of you to make either a perception or investigation check. Your choice.
Well, credits.
Yay! Gobble!
Perception.
All right, first roll's back.
First
you three.
rolls.
Okay.
All right.
Try me luck.
All right, let's see what you got. Which one's that one, Aeon?
Perception.
Perception with a 9. Okay. Surprised you didn't just use your character sheet.
So am I, actually.
Okay, 9 for Aeon. Momoko, Shixona, the two of you rolling a check?
Sure, why not? Give me a minute.
Yeah, roll perception or investigation. Or rather, in Shixona's case, if you want to look for something of that, do investigation if you want to try.
Okay, you said perception, right?
Yeah, perception or investigation depends, because for you it's looking for cooking herbs, so smelling and seeing it could be better than using and asking around, so it's up to you whichever of the two you want to go with.
Okay, so if I'm smelling around for like herbs or anything, or cooking stuff, it would be perception, right?
Yes, perception is using your using your senses.
Okay, well then I'll go with perception.
Okay. Hey, an 8 with a 6 and a 2. Okay. Knight, you there as well? Is Knight here?
Hello.
Sorry,
Hello,
I forgot I was muted. Sorry, I forgot I was muted. I'm sorry. There's not an investigation skill check.
Oh, my apologies. I'm sorry. I'm used to normal D&D. Okay, just use perception.
Okay.
My apologies. Hey, there we go. Okay. Okay. So,
Sorry about that.
asking around, first of all, for Shixona, asking around, there doesn't seem to be any information or anyone who seems to know what you mean by gin. There's a few people who tried to sell alcohol and try to think that's what you meant, but with a quick little sort of shake of the head, that's not what you meant.
Oh, gin. I get it.
Yeah, there is no information on gin, I'm afraid, as of this point.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
maybe maybe I'm focused on
Snivy just sort of extends a
cool.
vine and just taps your leg just to try and pat you better.
And I just pet her head in response. Thank you.
Okay, Arlen. It takes a small bit of time, but with the help of Momoko also by your side, you actually see that the two stalls are actually next to each other. By some coincidence, Arlen, I'll say you actually placed your token in front of the guy who has it. I'm just saying that I just have this map as it is. It's a lot bigger than the imagination. And Momoko, this lady here has your stuff. And basically, I just got the map from the game, but you have to imagine it's a lot bigger.
Okay.
Theater of the mind.
Okay, well then I know where I'm going.
Alright, so I got that. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so Arlen, if you are wanting to buy some of the candy, let's see, I need my information. Let's see, what specifically are you looking for? Like, what candy are you looking for? Just anything in particular?
Just essentially just like a treat I can give my Pokemon here. So
Okay.
Which lady did you say had my stuff?
This one.
Okay.
Yeah, this one here. There is basically... Oh, no worries. We'll get to you in just a sec, Lena.
Okay, I just wanted some verification, so thank you.
No worries. Okay. So, Arlen, the guy is willing to sell a few little pokey treats and stuff like that. He is willing to sell... he's willing to sell a bar for 20, or you can buy 5 and get a 6th for free. So basically, he sells them in singles or bundles of 5.
right enough. Do they look like the sort of thing that would probably last, or?
You can maybe tell they probably would.
Yep. You know, in that case, I will fork over 200 and walk away with a dozen.
Okay, fair enough. He sort of looks surprised at you, just like he's just like money bags, my boy. I would like to sell you these candies for 100 gems.
Oh god.
In the Pegasus voice, that's perfect.
Money bags is
punched him in
Pegasus.
the face.
No. Okay.
No.
All right, Momoko, for you, to answer your question, Heidi, yes. Yeah, Heidi just messaged me a question. Yes, it is roughly about that. There is something else, but we'll get to that moment later, okay? Alright, Momoko. The lady there is selling a bunch of different herbs, spices, and a couple of other ingredients and stuff like that, like a couple of fruits and vegetables of different kind. So, anything in particular you're looking for?
Okay, let's see. Okay, in terms of veggies, I'm basically looking for your basic veggies. Like carrots, green beans, that sort of stuff.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Vegetables.
Yeah. Basically your usual suspects in vegetables.
Okay, so I presume by that it's sort of like a mixture of carrots, potatoes, green peas, and like a couple of other extra things on the side.
Yes.
Okay, anything else?
Okay, and now with herbs, I'm basically looking for like basic cooking herbs.
Okay, so like a standard sort of just like a kick flavor rather than like spicy type of thing, or?
Yeah, basically like something that will enhance the flavor of the food. Not something that's gonna like, say, burn your inside.
So sort of like a standard sort of salt, pepper, maybe thyme, rosemary, that type of stuff?
Flavor spices.
Exactly.
Flavor spices.
Yeah, flavor spices, not the spices that are gonna burn your inside.
Okay. I mean, it's fair. As if you're cooking, it's fair to know. Okay, if you're willing to buy some of them, I will say, for the bundle and things like that, I will say that will go with about 150 pokey altogether.
Okay, and I have a question about the marketplace. Is there a meat market somewhere around here?
Oh, that's actually a good question. I did not think about that. I will say for the context of things, I will say maybe yes. Are you wanting to
where would I...
It's
I wanted to get some...
Yeah, I'll say for the theatre of the mind. I'll say for the context of time, because I'm sure the others are waiting patiently as well. I will say, if you're wanting to get... how much meat are you wanting to get? Or, like, what are you looking for?
Basically your usual suspects. Chicken, pork, beef, fish.
Okay.
Just any kind of meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say for that, if you're looking for enough for the group, I will say for a decent amount, you're looking at maybe about 450, maybe 500 pokey at most.
Okay, let's see how much I've got.
That might help.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember where it is.
If I may, did we sell the stuff we got from Big Blue before already?
I don't think anybody did yet, no.
So there's some extra cash right there, Lena.
Okay, well then I'll use that then.
Okay, it was a bunch of pearls, wasn't it, if I remember?
Pearls, large pearls, and pearl strings, I think, or at least one of us, at least a couple of us got a pearl string each. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I think we each got a pearl. I think.
Yes, you all got a pearl. Yeah, you all got a pearl, if I see my notes here.
Yeah, it is a single pearl.
Yes, everyone got a single pearl except Shixona, who got a pearl string as well.
Okay,
there is that. So if you want to sell the pearl too, I will say for the context, you can sell the pearl and get rid of it, and you have some money for that.
Okay, because I looked at my amount of money and I have 1,600 in the way of money.
Okay, so it's up to you. Do you want to sell your pearl for extra money and then get the ingredients, or do you want to use what you've got and save the pearl?
I'll sell the pearl for extra money and then use what money I get from the pearl to pay for the groceries.
Okay, can anyone get a verification on a pearl price, by the way?
I'll look that up.
Thank you. We'll get to that, so we'll take your money off for that shortly, okay, Lena?
Okay.
Okay, so while that's going on, I think, Kemplar, are you just waiting there for Captain Calypso?
No, I'm not. Or
Okay.
he's not.
Hello?
I'm trying to figure out what the hell Kemplar does next.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it's ironic that you're there, actually. But I'll get to you.
Am I covering one of your tokens? Am I covering one of your tokens?
You are, actually!
Would you like me to move out of the way so you can access your token?
Move to the right.
Okay.
And by the way, I hope you got my message.
I did. Let me double check this again. Yeah, okay, that's
And
right.
sometimes I don't know if you're a genius or an idiot.
All right, I think
I don't.
It's mixed.
I'm
I
crazy.
don't know if I'm one either.
Okay.
I can tell you what I am.
A girl.
I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
Fair. All right.
February.
Okay. Kemplar. As you are wandering around the town. I have to stop the music for this one. Yeah, I have to stop the music for this one.
Does this guy have his own theme?
Shit.
Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute here. Let's see.
It's about to go down.
Maybe. I need to remember which music is which. Is it this one? This is the one. Yes. Okay. Kemplar. As you are walking around the town, all of a sudden, I'd like you to make an acrobatics check for me, please.
Acrobatics check? Okie dokie. Where the hell is the utility? There it is.
Ooh.
21.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
So.
That's a nice roll.
It is. So, Kemplar, something catches your leg, and you manage to avoid. You sort of stumble a tiny bit, but you quickly correct yourself, arms out like, nothing happened. And as you turn around, you hear something fall in front of you.
What is it?
As you look, you are greeted by...
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Hello.
So, as this Pokemon is stood in front of you, it actually is collapsed on the ground, and it's just panting. And as you see it, you see that it has a large sort of a sort of burn on its fin, and it looks like it's writhing in pain. And as it tries to stand up after looking, it falls to the ground again, and you see a small shock jolt through its system.
So he has to rush another Pokemon to the Pokemon Center again.
Maybe. It's up to you.
My goodness. All right. Do I need to roll athletics to pick up the Vaporeon so I can rush it to the Pokemon Center?
I would actually like you to make a charm check if you're going to try to pick it up without talking to it.
That's true. That is true.
Concerning you just knocked it down, technically, on accident.
Well, I suppose that was my first intention. I suppose the first thing to do is be all like, hey, are you okay?
And it sort of grits its teeth in pain.
Ow.
Yeah. Gosh, you need help fast. Can I take you to the Pokemon Center?
Make a charm check.
Okay. Okie dokie.
It was so ironic that Kemplar was the one that did this. I had no plan of this.
Oh god, it's the Fiona all over again. Hopefully this doesn't remember the same result.
9. Okay. It looks at you with a sort of hesitant sort of look. It actually tries to crawl away as you try to get closer to it. Not quite high enough.
All right. So then Kemplar will now sit down on the ground.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't want to go with me, can you at least tell me what happened?
It sort of tilts its head as it looks. And as it does so, a figure comes right behind you. Give me a second here.
Am I covering up this token too?
No, you are not. Coming from the north, coming from the ship area, a figure comes towards the south and just goes by and just goes, "Jumping Jellicent!" Ugh, and rushes to your side like, "Ugh, hey kid, what are you doing with that Vaporeon?"
I don't know. This Vaporeon kind of just grabbed my leg all of a sudden, and here we are. I offered to take it to the Pokemon Center, but he didn't want to by the look.
And he looks and just goes, "Wait, what's that round its neck?" And now at that point you see there is a black sort of neck scarf around it with a skull and crossbone around it, and you watch as the figure next to you just goes, "No, wait, Splash Bomb! Splash Bomb, is that you?" It just nods ever so weakly. "Oh, jeez Louise, what happened to you, buddy? You sure you didn't do anything to this kid?"
Louise is all the way over here with me.
Yeah, I know. Jeez Louise, shut up!
I'm 100% positive. I take it that this Vaporeon is yours?
No need. I got it.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, anyway, he actually goes, "No, not so much mine. Belongs to, who it belongs to is not, well, actually, that is impressive to know. It actually belongs to one of the battle heads here."
What did the name on the sign say? Captain Alimony?
Calypso!
Captain Calypso. Is it Captain Calypso by any chance? And Templar points at the sign.
No, actually. It's actually his, it's actually the other one's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anything we can do for this little guy?
Well, the fact that Splash Bomb's out here. Oh God, I hope nothing's happened again. Hey, okay, listen, kid, I need you to do me a favor.
What do you need?
I need you to keep an eye on that. I need you to keep an eye on the battle place over there. I'm gonna rush Splash Bomb to the center. If anything is heard, suspicious or not, come get me fast. All right?
Okay. And then this is the battle facility
Yes.
that they're talking about, right?
Yes.
All right. Kemplar will position himself by the door,
Okay.
underneath the window.
Okay. So
Out of
he's
sight,
so
that is.
you're keeping out of sight. Okay. I'd like you to roll a stealth check for me, please.
Stealth check. Okay.
Oh.
This is gonna go well.
Yep. He's gonna rush to the center at that point. 11. Okay. Good to know.
7-11.
So the sailor walks off with Splash Bomb back to the center as fast as his legs can go, and he just goes, he basically turns back to you and just goes, "Remember, back to the center if you need me."
Got it.
And he's just gonna go there, leaving you there for the moment. So we'll come back to you in a second.
1.
Shut up.
God dang it!
Okay.
That was the end.
All right. Tycho, Louise. The two of you now, if you would please. Yes, I rhymed.
Yes.
So, as the two of you make your way to the museum, with Louise leading ahead and Tycho following ahead, you actually do see that, sadly, the museum is closed at this point. But on the other side of the glass door, there is what looks like a worker who's busy, like, cleaning the counter and such, and they sort of glance and see you outside. They do actually approach the door and unlock it ever so slightly and peer their head out and goes, can I help you?
Why is the museum closed, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it's closed for a bit of spring cleaning. It's just like a daily thing. I presume you're not from around here and didn't know that one.
No.
Nope.
Huh. I'm sorry you came all this way. Did you come here specifically to view this place?
Yes. Well, mostly for the scientific findings.
I see. Are you?
I don't know. I don't know about her though.
Oh, and what's your reason, if you mind my asking, madam?
Exploring.
I see.
My little phantom just hides behind my skirt.
Aww.
And Dutch is just flopping beside Tycho.
All right. As you do this, a figure does approach you from behind, and in fact, it appears right behind Tycho. Excuse me, you're in the way.
Don't sneak up on me like that!
I said it once and I'll say it again. You're in the way. Move.
Okay.
I just narrow my eyes at the guy. Rude.
Thank you. And he stands in front there, and you see, sir, I thought you weren't. I came to inspect the goods. Is it still here? Yes, sir. It's ready for the pickup. Excellent. Carry on with your cleaning. I've come to collect, and I will be on my way. Yes, sir. And turns back to you two and just goes, if you came to sightsee, come back tomorrow. And just goes inside. And as that does, the door locks, and the figure who greeted you just sort of gives a sort of apologetic nod and just walks back inside following the figure.
Suspicious.
Very. But let's go somewhere else.
I just stare at the doors at the museum for a bit. Then just gesture my head towards where Tycho is to Pumpkin and just walk away.
Okay.
Now he's gonna. You know what? Yeah, he's gonna go to the police station next.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, as I say that you guys are going so, this is ironic. Tycho, Louise, as you're approaching that direction, actually, are you guys which way are you guys going? Louise, what are you doing?
I'm not even sure.
You're not sure, just follow us.
Alright, I'll follow you.
Okay, so as you two are approaching, Elizabeth has just arrived at the front door of the place. Elizabeth, you are greeted at the door by a sharp blue police officer woman who is there and just looks at you and just goes, "Hello there, can I help you?"
Yeah. Oh, I want to see Rook, please. If he's available.
Yes, he's currently waiting for somebody. Who are you exactly?
My name's Elizabeth.
You're the Elizabeth he's waiting for. Oh, by all means. I'm sorry. He's been waiting for your arrival. Would you like me to show you where he is?
Elizabeth just kind of nods a little bit nervously, having never been before to a police station.
Fair enough. As this is going on, Tycho and Louise, you actually do approach from the back. And you do see the woman talking to Elizabeth. And the lady stuff goes, I'll be with you in just a moment. I'm just helping escorting a guest.
Alright.
And Elizabeth, you hear the voice of Tycho behind you.
I look behind me. What are you lot doing here?
The museum over there is closed. slightly bummed about that.
Closed.
Suspicious
Yeah.
man came by. A suspicious man came by.
Real eyebrow raiser, if you ask me.
Said
Yeah.
said
I will
something
say
about. Oh, sorry. Continue.
I will say that Slateport is a little bit different than what I remember, but it can't be helped, I guess. Times change, things change.
Time to change maps.
Well, what? Where are we?
Hopefully we don't change the channel.
Thank you. All right, so you are escorted, my friends. You are escorted down here, by the way.
Down
here on
where?
the map. Down here, bottom right corner.
Okay, I figured.
Yep.
I just wasn't sure.
So you can bring your tokens out there, and I will say, if you guys are following there, the police officer is going to ask you, Elizabeth, just like, are these colleagues, friends? Because you seem to know each other.
Oh, they're my teammates for the Pokemon Challenge.
Oh, I see. Is it a private... I'm sorry to your guests, but if they want to wait inside and just out of the way and things, they're welcome to do so. It's up to them.
I take a look at Tycho and Louise. Up to you guys. I mean, I personally think this should be private, but I wouldn't mind the company if you do choose to come.
Private. Well, don't let us stop you.
I just shrugged.
Elizabeth gives a little nod and then looks at the escort. Very well, they'll wait here then.
Very well. In which case, they can wait inside in our waiting area. Please, come in for now. So at this point, you three are escorted inside. So Tycho, you are with the group as well. And at this point, you are led into basically sort of what looks like a sort of near rundown-esque looking building. And despite how it looks, you can tell that there is at least some essences of the old former Poke Contest Hall. But there isn't that much of like a difference, just a different layout. Also, Aeon, thank you very much. I will say, for the sake of things, because of this and this, I will say the pearls do sell for 1,000 and the pearl strings will sell for the 10,000 if you three are willing to have that. So, feel free to do that if you wish.
Oh.
Alright, so, Lena, Lena and Aeon, in your case, add 1,000 to your total, and then take away the amounts for your stuff. So, for Aeon, that's the 200, I believe.
Yep.
And for Lena, take away 450. If she's back from making her sandwich. Okay. So, as you lot are escorted inside, the escort says, just wait here. I didn't have a token in mind for the thing here, so I'm just going with this. So just wait about here. And she goes further inside.
Alright, sorry, I didn't see that. Right here, you said?
Yeah, right about there.
Okay.
And after a few minutes, Rook does appear. He comes out, and he just goes, "Ah, Elizabeth, so good to see you. I hope the travel here wasn't too strenuous."
Nah, we ran into a bit of a Gyarados problem, but other than that, I would say it was a smooth ride overall.
Gyarados? Jeez. It's like trouble's following you everywhere at this point.
Elizabeth just kind of shrugs nonchalantly, and Evie's gonna, and Beatrice is gonna, like, go up to Rook and kind of sniff his leg a little bit, look up at him, and then go back to me.
Don't worry, buddy. I'm the same one from earlier.
I think she's just trying to make sure that you're cool.
Cool? And he sort of tips his hat and just goes, "Of course I'm cool. I'm part of the investigation team." But joking aside, it's good to see some warming up. Ben, Oh, you brought friends with you. And looks behind and sees the remaining two at the back.
Oh, yeah, they were trying to get into the museum earlier, but apparently some figure said that they were closed. Shady looking one by the stance of Louise's face gave her a sour mood, or, well, more sour than usual, I should say.
Wait, a sour look. Oh, I know who you're referring to. You must have had an encounter with Otto.
Otto?
Yeah, he's the new museum curator. See, a couple of years back, after the incidents with the whole Team Aqua and Team Magma nonsense that was around the whole region, he basically stepped up to take up the mantle of being the one in charge. Set up a new security system and basically took over the place and stuff like that. Things have been going through rather quite well. He's not very much a people person, but in fairness, he does seem to know how to bring in a crowd.
Well, apparently not today, since they're closed.
Ah, yes. About that. He is currently doing some cleaning work and such, but, I will say there is another reason it's going on, but, can't disclose that right now.
I get it. Privacy and all that.
By all means. Your friends can come with if you would like to know what's going on, if you wish. Would you like a cup of tea or anything?
No.
I thought it was going to be a private meeting, to be honest, Rook.
Oh.
Why not?
It is a private one, I do promise. I just figured it was best to be hospitable. Is that a problem?
No. I mean, I'm just... And Elizabeth just kind of looks around nervously. Just... The whole... reason for the meeting.
I gotcha. He sort of whispers to you, just like, are they aware?
I just sort of give a so-so motion of the hand, just like, sorta, kinda. But they don't know that I was gonna see you.
Very well. Let's see, Louise...
Tycho just,
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
It's alright, you first, dude.
Tycho crouches down and pets Beatrice.
Wee.
Oh. He looks over at Rook. Oh, hello. Are you feeling better?
Still a bit of a headache, but not as bad as it was. But thank you for your concern. Tycho, wasn't it?
Yes.
And the girl at the back, it was
Louise.
Louise, that was it. Apologies.
If you don't remember her name, just call her Ghost Girl.
I feel it's inhospitable to call him that.
I just stare at the back of Tycho's head.
At that point, Rook just moving swiftly onward before I end up having to arrest two people for an all-out brawl, or maybe a death if we're not careful.
Right.
Well, concerning you came here, I guess you can say a little bit. Elizabeth had basically come to visit me on a bit of a situation after the whole incidents back in that cave.
If nobody wants me to pry, I won't.
It is a bit of a personal matter, as the fact that she asked for it to be private on a privacy level, so please understand, but concerning you are part of friends and things, I will say if anything comes to a later point, then I will leave it to her to disclose anything of a later end, as long as it goes no further than the rest of your team. Is that clear?
Yes.
Very well. If you would all like to follow me, Louise, Tycho, you will wait inside in our waiting area. Elizabeth, you may follow me inside.
Sure thing.
and he's going to walk towards the main entrance. He nods to the two guards. Just so you guys know, the waiting area is literally this room here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he nods at the two, goes inside. All right, and he basically just goes, "Sorry, the place is a little inhospitable, but we can only do what we can."
I personally think you've done well with the place so far.
Well, he will sit here.
Yeah, not a problem there. Glad to know it's done well. Then again, I am only personally visiting this place as part of the investigation. I was just on the last wrap-up duties after the whole incident with the cave. By the way, I want to thank you all for your involvement in that case. I'm sorry that you did get roped into that, and I hope there's no issues there.
It would have been disastrous if we hadn't. Believe me.
Elizabeth just kind of face palms. Humility is a virtue.
It can be, but then again, sometimes diving head in can sometimes get you a little bit of luck, or it can get you a little bit of killed. But I digress. Louise?
I was referring to Toika's comment.
oh, I'm aware. I was just trying to put my point into this. But besides that point, please follow me inside of here. Louise, Tycho, we'll be a few minutes. Just wait here in the lobby and things. If you need a drink or anything, the lovely assistant behind the screen back over here, will be happy to fill in any need of questions, or if you need a drink or anything. Won't you, Catherine? And Catherine just sort of looks over and just goes, yes, I'll be happy to do so, yes. And just quickly ducks her head back inside.
She's odd.
Yeah, she is a bit odd. Apparently she's supposed to be quite the chatterbox, but whenever I come in, she seems to quiet down or become nervous. Don't know what's going on with that, though.
I jokingly look over at Louise. What, do you think a ghost is haunting him and there's some sort of dark aura around him? It's freaking everybody out?
I just sigh.
Sorry. I'll be honest, I'm just nervous.
That is fair. Okay, please, follow me inside. And he will go inside and take a seat into the chair instantly. And there is... I do apologize on this. I thought this map actually had another chair here. I apologize.
That's fine, I'll just sit on the crate.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. Alright.
Pretend it's a chair.
Hey, it's good to be creative.
Oh.
Thank you!
Thank you so much!
I just imagine Floof, I just imagine Tycho making every single one of those puns, and Louise is just there with the frying pan going, if the others won't do it.
Mike.
No, she needs a cast iron pan, that's what. That shit hurts more.
Yeah, cast iron pans are a
quote
lot.
Flynn Rider from Tangled, "Oh mama, I've got to get me one of these."
Yeah, because cast iron skillets are heavier.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, so Rook sits down in the chair and he pulls out a notepad and just looks over at you and just goes, "So, you remember the reason we're here?"
Sort of. It's a bit fuzzy since a lot has happened, but...
By the way... Oh, sorry to bring this up. Heidi, this is now something I'm going to give to you, by the way, at this point.
Okay.
Would you like this conversation to actually be private? As in, would you like every other player to deafen for this?
Oh.
Huh.
I will give you the
opportunity. Twist!
I will give you the opportunity if you wish. If you'd like it to stay as like proper role play and it's out in the open, you are welcome to do so. And it's still role play with the characters not knowing, obviously. But if you want the players to know nothing still, it's up to you.
See, that's the issue I'm having right now, because I don't want people to meta play with the information that I'm about to share with them. However, it might be useful to have other people take other notes just in case if something like this happens again. So my issue is, do I have those extra notes on the side from different perspectives maybe, or do I just have to rely on my memory and my own notes?
Well, technically you could always just rewatch back the episode.
That's fair. Okay. No.
As in, you want the players to listen?
They can listen. Yeah.
Okay.
I have no issue with this.
Fair enough. Players, you are welcome to listen. If you say this right now, if you want to deafen so you don't hear any of this, it's entirely up to you. But otherwise, it is just still private between these two. Okay?
All right.
Now or forever hold your pizza.
Let me know when it's safe to undeafen.
Okay, so
Ditto.
Okay, so I'm going to put them. So I'm going to put the message in the chat when it'll be ready to go. So if you want to deafen, it's up to you. If not, oh wow! So 3 people are fully committed to this. Okay.
Wow.
I can't deafen on the mobile, so I'm just going to.
4.
Oh, all right. So
4 people went deafen.
Okay, so Lena's listening. Aeon, well, you know what? Extra ears to help out.
Yeah, that's all I viewed it as.
Yeah, we'll be your spare ears.
I do appreciate that. Honor system intact. I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that I trust them.
That's fair enough.
So does Elizabeth.
That was the reason I was asking, because sometimes it's best to have a roleplay initiative, and sometimes it's best to have the proper roleplay initiative, like honor system, or is it better to have some notes in case you lose track? But at the same time, I understand where you're coming from. So, back to the moment.
If everybody listens to this on the rewatch back, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
We love you too, Heidi.
All right, back into the grind.
Okay, so, and as I will say this, if Aeon or Lena, if any of you two want to write any notes of this so it helps Heidi later, or if you just want to have them for the sake of this, it's up to you if you want to. If not, I'll leave it to Heidi to make any notes on herself, okay?
Right.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Okay, so, Rook sits down in the chair, holding a notepad, and he sort of adjusts himself a leg over his other one, and just looks and just goes, Elizabeth, so you understand, so just to remind you, you know the reason why I asked you to come into this, right?
I think so. It's to give you information about Team Rocket and their current situation, correct?
That is correct. After all, it was established back in that cave that you were a former member, and you knew the lady that was part of that.
Lilac. She was my teacher.
I see. Starts writing a few notes down. So, what can you tell me about this Lilac person, and what's your connection to all of this? Besides the teacher, like, how did you get roped into this?
Well, I guess it started a year after I went on my Pokemon journey. After I, got set out on my own. A year after I left my parents and explored around all of Hoenn. Somehow, I got wind of a flyer, or there was an announcement or something. Now, the details are fuzzy now, it's been so long, but there was sign-ups for, I guess, some sort of academy?
An academy?
Or something? Yeah, it was advertised as an academy where people could go there and train their Pokemon to be stronger and better and the best versions of themselves. The trainers.
As you say this, he flicks a small white paper on the sort of on your lap, like this, and you see a piece of paper that states, "Aim to be the best, looking for top talent, Brawn Academy."
Something similar to that, yeah.
Similar?
Well, maybe. God, it's been forever. It was worded pretty much the exact same way, but it might have been a different academy. I take a look at the name Brawn Academy, you said it was?
Yes. To you, it is not the same name. The academy that you went to was the Wisdom Academy.
Okay.
Ooh, a twisty twist. It's a plot twist. It's a twist of twists.
Alright, got it. So Elizabeth, now remembering... Yeah, no, it wasn't Brawn Academy, it was Wisdom Academy.
So a different name. Well, that lines up with some of our facts.
And there was a different person on the front, standing in front of the academy. Or it was photoshopped in or something. But there was a different person as well on the flyer.
Okay. So that answers that one. So you checked this place out then, and you decided to stick around. What made you decide to stay?
The appeal. The competition.
That's fair. I guess any trainer would jump at an opportunity to prove how strong they are, or to get stronger for whatever reason.
Yeah. They did a live demonstration when we went there for the sign-up. And basically they said this could be you. Showing off these really strong Pokemon. And I gotta say, I got hooked. And I didn't even know what I was signing up for.
I mean, that's fair. We've actually had some other witness reports of people who are a part of both of these academies, both the Wisdom one you said, and Brawn. We've had a few accounts that things have been, to say the least, different. But in any case...
Well, being run by the same headmaster doesn't exactly help.
Well, that we still don't know. We don't know who currently resides as the head of that one. I mean, based on that knowledge in that cave in the damn first place, we obviously got that name of the one who's in charge of the one you went to.
Lilac wasn't exactly in charge. She was just one of the professors or the teachers of the academy.
I know, I was referring to that voice that spoke from that speaker of that submarine or something.
Oh, yeah. That guy. And Elizabeth just kind of clenches her fist at the memory.
So what do you know about him?
He's a piece of work, Grayston. He's changed since he was last at the academies. I don't know how he got into the position of the current Team Rocket leader, but he's bad news, and he's been doing something in his downtime.
Judging from what we can gather, you know what? Concerning you're involved with this, I'm going to get right down to the point. I need your help.
My help?
Yes.
Elizabeth just kind of looks at the floor and thought.
Perhaps would it help if I explained exactly what I need your help with?
It would.
Very well. So, obviously you and your associates, friends, colleagues, I know there are a bunch of different personalities, so whichever they are to you in certain regards, I will not singulate. But that situation of the whole Deep Blue and that Waylord situation, we started doing some research. And we discovered that there are signs that there were 2 more for the associate candidates of a Groundon and a Rayquaza, if I would assume correctly. Now, we actually managed, with a little bit of work, we actually managed to uncover some names and what we currently are residing of protecting.
I think I know what you mean.
The candidates. So it seems that Deep Blue has been chosen by Kyogre, and it seems the power has begun to manifest. We believe that the time is approaching that the Groundon candidate is going to be chosen next. We have reason to believe that they are approaching and that there is some Pokemon activity that is currently collecting at the top of Mount Chimney.
And I'm going to assume you want me to investigate this?
In a way. I'm not asking you to get directly involved, but with you guys traveling around, chances are Mount Chimney will approach a destination, especially if you're doing your gym challenge. After all, there is a gym in Laveridge Town, so it would be on the way.
That makes sense.
So, whether you disclose this with your friends or not is entirely up to you. But the idea of this investigation stays with you and whoever you trust to tell. The short of end of it is, I want you to investigate what's happening at Mount Chimney. If you can figure out what's going on, and contact me on any details as to who the candidate is going to be, any names, any activities that is going on, and if you see any signs of Team Rocket intruding on the situation. Because chances are, if Grayson was willing to acquire the power of Kyogre, it's possible he would be after the other 2.
About that. I think Grayson has plans to intervene with the Chosen.
What makes you say that?
On our way to Slateport, on our way back to the boat to get to Slateport, we stopped at an island. Uncharted, but that was where we had to recover something from Deep Blue. And, let's just say we came face to face with Grayson and some of his recent hobbies of DNA splicing.
He drops the notepad as you say that. DNA? What?
So I have a feeling you're not too far off with Team Rocket getting involved.
My word. Do you have any evidence or anything that was from what you found? What was the
Actually, we do. I pull up my Pokegear, and I pull out the pictures of the DNA splicing between Kyogre and Swampert and Blaziken and Groudon.
Well done. Okay, I will have to remind our viewers on these ones here because I figured it's something to bring this up here. So, I will bring this up. Aeon, just a quick question, buddy. Did I actually show all 3 of them, by the way?
You did?
Okay, then in that case, I will go further and say that you caught a glimpse of the other one for the sake of this, and I will get the shot of all 3 of them. So
as I'm showing Rook this picture, I just have the most grim face. Like I'm disgusted at what I'm showing you. It's showing Rook. Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling like Rook's gonna throw up?
Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna roll a check to see if he does.
Oh, I told you I had riffing material.
Yeah, okay, he actually sort of goes, Jesus.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just sorry, that caught me by surprise. But this
now you know how we felt when we saw that on the computers.
That is disgusting, but this is definitely breaking. So that gives us a guarantee that if they're doing this, the big question is, are they going to stick with the same 3 that they plan to go with this?
That I can't tell you. All I know is that this is something that's been in the making for however long. Grayson has definitely changed for the worse. And my guess is he's planning world domination, just like every other Team Rocket leader.
You know, I wouldn't put it past it. Okay, well, that's definitely give us some information. What was the name of the institution, by the way, that you found this on? You said you found it on an uncharted island?
Yeah, an uncharted island, but Elizabeth just rubs her head. I'm trying to remember.
If you'd like, roll a general education check to see if you can remember.
That's the thing, I didn't take any notes on this, god damn it.
I mentioned it twice!
You did! And I'm so disappointed in myself. Okay.
Okay,
General
you know
education, here we go.
While she's rolling that, Lena, Aeon, did either of you 2 write down the name of the island? Really? No taking.
If I have notes, they're in a pile somewhere.
Okay. 18. Okay. The name was Rimshore Island.
Rimshore. Oh my god, it is in my notes. There it is. First 2 words in one of my notes. Rimshore Institution.
That's the one. Rimshore Institution on Rimshore Island.
Yeah,
I'm writing it down in caps.
To quote my notes, Rimshore Institution was used for DNA splicing to create combo Pokemon. Team Rocket's current leader, Grayson, was in charge of this.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'm mad at myself. But anyways,
okay. It's okay.
I reveal this information to Rook.
Rimshaw. I think I remember that place. We might have to send an investigation team to have a look at that. Elizabeth, you have been an incredible help with that.
I mean, I'll do what I can to help. But I'll be honest, I just don't want to get in trouble for this with either party.
I don't blame you. And concerning how much of a bond you have with that Lilac person, it's pretty much assumed that you would like us to try to avoid any negative threat against her, at least.
She's actually quitting, I think. She told me herself that she and the boys that were with her are not going to have any of what Grayson is doing. So they're off somewhere in Hoenn. We left them off at what was the last port's name again?
Dewford.
Dewford. We left him at Dewford, and we haven't seen him since.
Fair enough. Okay, well, we'll send a team to have a look at Rimshaw, and we will have a look and see what we can do about this. As for you, Elizabeth, as I said before, what you disclose of this conversation to either your friends, your colleagues, or whoever, only mention about this to who you trust if you feel like they need to know what's going on. I don't want to deteriorate you from your journey, but if you're heading in that direction, any help would be really appreciated.
I'll see what I can do when I can.
Very well. Anything to help towards this will definitely be appreciated. Now, I believe I've kept you from your friends long enough.
Agreed. Do you need more pokey gear, just in case we do happen across something?
That would actually be appreciated. Here, I'll give you mine, and he'll give you Rook's work number. So you have his personal phone number for his workplace.
Alright, I really need to compile a list of whose name I got in my pokey gear.
Okay. So at that point, he gets out of the chair, he sort of looks over the notes and goes, that should be everything. Oh, wait, one last question. I've just remembered. You said that you were a part of the Wisdom branch. Did you get told of any other information involving the other branches at all? Like, do you know any locations of other ones? Did they mention anything of those? Anything of people-wise besides who you told me?
Well, we did have annual competitions, but honestly, other than those and maybe some swapping of students here and there, not really. We didn't really interact with the others.
Looks like we might have to inquire if any of these students that swapped were around. Very well. Thank you for your time then, Elizabeth. And...
Thank you for yours, and thanks for listening.
Oh. Sometimes an ear is all you need, and sometimes a mouth is all you need.
Too true.
And, here, it may not be much, but... And he puts his hand in his pocket, and he pulls out something for you, and places it sort of just on your hand. Call this a little thank you from me.
I look at what he put in my hand.
In your hand, you have a water stone.
Oh!
Welcome to the reward for saving Rook from the chasm.
Alright, I'm putting that in my inventory.
Fair enough. If you want to tell the others you have it, you can do. Aeon and Lena are now the only two who hear this entire thing, so shush you two.
Hear what? I've lost my hearing for the last 10 minutes.
Hey, my lips are sealed.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Hey, at least
No
these
problem.
two...
As I said earlier, we love you.
Okay. So with that, he goes, that's not a bribe, that's actually a thank you for what you helped me with back there in the cave, and it is a little bit for your help with this. If we end up getting further with this investigation, we'll be sure to maybe give you some further rewards as a thank you. It's only fair that you're helping us with the takedown of Team Rocket.
I really do appreciate this, Rook. And don't worry. Whatever info I come across, me or my team, we'll get it to you. Promise.
Very well. Then, I guess if I can say this as a partial thing here, may I ask for you, I suppose I should make this a bit more formal. Elizabeth, as of this point, I am appointing you as Elizabeth Private Eye. In training.
Elizabeth just Elizabeth just goes red in the face and she starts stammering in disbelief. But,
That's why I said in training. In a way, you're kind of my little assistant to help out with this. All of us, I really want to deal with all this. So, call this that you're helping me, which is helping the investigation. So, in a way, you're kind of a helper.
It's an honor, sir.
No worries.
Right. Well, if I'm gonna help with this investigation, I'll best get back to the job then, eh?
No worries. I mean, take your time to process things and do what you need to do. But the moment you find out what's going on with Mount Chimney, let me know. We'll look into the location and where they're holding the whole thing for Rayquaza's gathering.
Roger that.
Very well. I wish you luck, Elizabeth.
Thank you. And I wish you luck with yours, sir.
Very well.
Godspeed.
Godspeed to you, and gives you a little bit of a salute for flicking forward. And you are free to exit the room as he comes out of the room as well. And let's get the other players. Okay, I'm breaking the note about this, and he's going to come out too. Let's see if the players all notice.
Is it safe to come out of hibernation now?
Yes, it is.
Yep, we're good.
Okay.
Thank you, Thean. You've done fantastic on that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
No worries. And you too, Knight. Oh, no worries. Everyone's unmuting. Except for...
Apparently.
We can...
Maybe he's...
Maybe we shouldn't tell
he's
him.
busy.
Maybe we shouldn't tell him. Shh.
Yeah, I was
Just randomly, Just
I
randomly
gotta
for the rest of the
say-
session. Hey, Tycho, what do you think?
Great response.
You guys are amazing. I hope you guys know that.
Oh?
Yeah.
It's because the fact that you were willing to do that and keep things all hush, which is phenomenal. I will say this right now. Aeon and Lena were the only two who didn't, but they were willing to sort of help with some partial note-taking just in case it was missed. That's the reason they were happy to do so.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, never mind. Mother's only muted.
Basically, it was a precautionary measure just in case.
Gotcha.
Which is
You gotta live those. You've gotta live those precautionary measures.
That's true. All right, so as Rook comes out with Elizabeth, it just goes, Louise, Tycho, we have finished with our time with Elizabeth.
Oh.
I apologize on keeping you. Elizabeth, I leave you to your friends. And he sort of winks at you as he does, and he walks through the other room and just goes, good luck with the rest of your journey. And well, I presume Petalburg is next for you lot, so good luck on your next gym.
We already
Thank you
did
very much,
Petalburg.
sir. And you'll be hearing from me.
Hey, wait a minute. We already took care of the Petalburg gym, I thought.
Oh, not Petalburg, Morville!
Oh.
Sorry, Petalburg is the first one that came to my head. Morville!
Okay.
Dear diary.
Fuck you!
I gotta have it in there somewhere. We just had we had an intensity, and now I relieve it with comedy.
It's
just
I am
relief.
I am now dead.
Revive.
Love you too, bro.
Anywho, so he just goes, yeah, Morville.
Okay. Retcon what I said then.
No worries. Well, good luck at Morville. And he looks over at Elizabeth and just gives a faint little wink.
I give a slight nod back, and then I turn back to the rest of them. Right, I think we're done here. Are we ready to head out and meet up with the others?
So what did I miss?
Oh,
Rhetorical question. He knows it was private.
This is gonna be so good later.
I could bonk you.
Come on!
I'm surprised
Please
no.
do.
Okay, I will. Let me find it.
No, please. I've been a good muff.
While this is
No,
going
you
on,
haven't.
but I presume you three are leaving the police station at this point.
Yes, we are.
Louise is gonna hang back for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Is she gonna look for ghosts at the station?
No, here's Bonk.
Not quite.
Yay.
Go ahead.
Thank you for that.
Go ahead. I'll catch up.
Alright, suit yourself. We'll be at the poker center, alright?
Fine.
Elizabeth just leaves Louise then.
Sightseeing.
Well, you two feel Taiko's phone too. Okay, so if you guys are heading to the Pokemon Center, Louise, what are you doing?
This area is a police station, right?
Yes.
Alright. And Rook went through this door, right?
Yes, which the door has now, which is basically a double door that's not locked. It's just sort of one of those swingy doors that you go through and it's.
She's gonna approach the door and knock on it.
Okay. As that happens, Rook does turn around, and he comes back and just goes, yes, oh, Louise.
Hello.
Hi, what can I do for you?
I need a favor.
A favor? What kind of favor?
I want you to find any information you can on the name Mannerwisp.
On Mannerwisp?
It's the only. I have no memories of my past. The only thing I remember is my name, Louise Mannerwisp.
Interesting. Okay, sure, I guess we could maybe do that. I take it you're lost and need some information.
I have many questions. I just need answers.
Well, it's the duty of a good police officer to do his best for the public. Consider this a personal favor redeemed for you and your team helping me out too. So, I'll look into it and see what I can find out. I can't promise anything concerning we're in the middle of something else at the moment, but if I find some time, the moment I find out some information, I will let you know.
Of course. I nod. And then just walk away.
At that point, he just calls out, I will contact Elizabeth. I'll contact Elizabeth since I got her number. If I get information, I'll let her know.
I go back to him and I hold up my Pokegear. Contact. Best to contact me.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. No problem. And he also hands you, his work number.
All right. His name is Rook, right?
Yes, ROOK.
Like the chess piece.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Insert Pokegear tune.
Oh. All right. I save his number to my Pokegear. Thank you.
No problem. If anything else, I promise as soon as we find some information, we'll see what we can do.
Fair.
Hey, just beforehand, Louise, can you tell me what information do you know about yourself besides your name? Anything you have to know may help me out with trying to find some answers.
The things that I remember. I have a fondness for ghost types and the occult. And when I woke up, all I had was my name and my shepherd. I recall Pumpkin, and I bring out Puppet.
Stop it! Just, huh?
Of the memories that I have recalled during my travels, I remember a person with a Muna, and something about Lily Cove.
Lily Cove. Okay.
That's it. That's as much information as I'm willing to offer right now.
So that means you have some other information that's either private or you think is not useful, I'm guessing.
It is a personal matter.
I understand. Don't worry. If anything, knowing about Lily Cove, we know some forces that are around Lily Cove. I'll see if I can make a phone call and see what I can do.
I nod.
Anyway, I'll let you get back to your friends. I promise as soon as I find some information, I'll let you know as soon as we got something.
Fine. Thank you. And with that, I just walk away.
Alright. Rook at that point, he goes back into the main area. So I have to ask, did Louise not Louise. Did Tycho and Elizabeth go straight to the center?
Oh no, Tycho's just gonna be going sightseeing some more.
Okay. What about the rest of the group at the market, by the way? What are you guys doing at the market?
Well, like I said, I was grocery shopping. I was gonna sell the pearl for money and then use the money I get from the pearl to pay for the groceries.
Okay, so we didn't. You just appeared for your sandwich at that point. Basically, you can sell the pearl for 1,000 and then remove 450. So basically, just add 650 to your into your wallet.
Okay, just add 650. Okay, gotcha.
Actually, no, 550. Sorry. Wow, math.
550. Okay, so take away the 1,000. Okay, so I take away the 1,000 and put the 550.
No, add. Basically, yeah. So instead of the 1,000 for the pearl, just add. So remove the pearl from your inventory and just add 550 pokey to your wallet. And just make a note for yourself that you have. You know what? Let's do this as a proper thing. Give me a second.
Okay.
It's been a second.
You have 2 days of properly cooked food that you can properly make a meal with.
Okay.
Fair enough. So, Elizabeth, as you are approaching the southern area, you actually catch a glimpse of Kemplar just ever so sneakily to the side as best he can.
Sitting underneath the window.
Cock my head to one side. I just look at him quizzically.
Templar waves
And then
high.
Evie runs up and starts rubbing on his legs.
Templar waves high and starts petting Evie's head.
I just imagine going, hi, hi, hi.
Sheldon, if we forget Big Bang Theory, Sheldon.
Elizabeth just looks over at him and goes, "What are you doing?"
A sailor friend told me to listen by this building. Let him know if anything comes up. There was a Vaporeon that came out here from there, supposedly, and he had to rush that Vaporeon to the Pokemon Center.
I cock an eyebrow and look surprised. It's a lot to take in, but okay.
Okay, I'm
Has
taking care
anything
of my
happened since then?
Has anything happened since then? No, I don't think they would have.
No, not yet.
As you say
taking
this,
care of my money.
no worries.
Okay, taking care of my money.
No worries. As you say this, there is a glass shatter from inside.
Shame.
That's not good. Is there anything else that happens, or do I need to do a check to?
You would
figure
have
that
to
out?
make a perception check to see if you can hear for anything else.
Would would Tycho be able to hear this?
You are a bit of a distance and you went the other way, so at the moment, no.
Alright.
Okay, so perception check. Got it.
Alright, what have we got there? Oh, 20. Gee, 3 6s and a 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have 6 dice for perception.
Fair enough. So, as you're there, you catch wind of a faint conversation. Because you got higher than a 20, you get a little bit of that conversation. And 25, you get the other half of a little bit. So, you do hear vaguely just this, "How have you not found it yet?" "Look, it's not my fault. Look, if we don't find it, we're not going to get anywhere. It's the only way to get that ship."
Is that the whole conversation?
That's all you get from that conversation.
All right, Campfire stands up. Campfire stands up. Oh, something came up. I gotta rush to the Pokemon Center, Elizabeth. I'll be back. I think, maybe. And then he runs off to the Pokemon Center.
Baby.
Alright, as that happens, Louise, you catch wind of a Kemplar just running.
I'm just gonna follow him.
Oh. Alright. As you're approaching the Pokemon Center, Kemplar, the sailor comes out. I would like you to roll an acrobatics check.
You want me to roll acrobatics again?
Yeah.
Not again.
I've been waiting for this.
Okay.
Hey!
You see him approaching out of the door, and with a yikes, you dodge out of the way as he goes, "Whoa! Easy, where's the fire?" Oh,
Something came up. Something came up at the building. Glass shattered and 2 people started talking to each other. Something about if they don't get something, they don't get the ship.
Oh no! That explains what they're after. Kid, listen, you're a trainer, right?
Yeah, I'm a trainer.
I need you to come with me. I think they're trying to take the ship we're using for the battle area.
Oh, that's not good. All right, lead the way.
All right. Okay.
Oh, hi, Louise. You want to come with us?
Well then.
For what?
Just rope everybody into this, why don't you?
You might as well.
Yeah.
Who's willing to go find Tycho then?
Well, actually, it depends if Kemplar's willing to make phone calls.
Oh, Kemplar's more than willing to make phone calls.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Okay, I will say if you want to do so in the process, if Kemplar puts out a plea to call for the group, if anybody is willing to come along and help, they are welcome to do so.
Wait, now that I think about it, do any of us have each other's numbers saved in our phone, in our Pokegears?
We should have at the start, shouldn't we?
That's a good question.
Pretty sure we did do a number exchange at some point.
I don't remember.
I
that
gotta-
time.
Awkwardly in cross transceiver.
I gotta go back to my further. Oh, bloody hell! First page notes.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh. Oh, this should be interesting.
Oh no.
That would be a no.
No. So the only person who did not. There were only 2 people who did not share their numbers with the group.
I'm pretty sure Tycho shared his with Momoko.
Momoko is the only one you shared it with. So Kempler would have to modify there. Louise is the only person who, thank God, is there that didn't share their Pokegear with any person, not even with Kempler yet.
To be fair, she hadn't trusted the group at the time.
And then there's me, cross transceiver.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's.
You're with other people right now. You're good.
I'll say for the context of things, if one of those two gets a phone call, I'll say with the cross communication, the group will find out what's going on. So if anyone wants to go and join up, you are welcome to go do so.
Louise is just gonna follow because she has just because she's curious of what's going on.
Okay, so the sailor is gonna go. All right, you two, come on, let's go.
I'll call my friends so that they can help out.
All right, tell them to meet at the battle plaza.
The battle plaza, that's the building, right?
Yes, so that's what he's calling it and such. He actually walks by and just goes, "Hey, you're a traitor, right?"
Yeah.
At that point, you get a phone call, Elizabeth.
Shit. And I pick up my Pokegear, seeing that it is Kempler. What?
Hey, so there's a sailor that needs our help. He's headed over towards the battle plaza right now. If you ever see him, would you like to help us out? It looks like there's some sort of plot that involves taking a ship.
I just groan and I hang up on Kempler. So you're the sailor that needs help.
I miss this. Yes, that would be me.
I think we killed the DM. Oh no! Somebody get the revive.
All right.
Okay. Cliff, could you play that for me, please?
Dead.
All right, hang on.
Yeah, please do.
Thank you. All right. Anyway, he goes. Yes, I presume you know that lad.
Yeah, he just called me.
Okay. Do you have any others?
Yeah, there should be a whole group of us. We're with the Pokemon Challenge, so there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, about 7 of us, I think.
Yeah, 7. You're counting right.
That'll be perfect. Okay, listen. You wait here for the rest of your friends. I'm gonna go in and go check on things and just make sure everything's fine. Once your friends show up, come inside.
Be careful, mate.
Don't worry. I've got one of the head's Vaporeons here right now. Although at this point, the Vaporeon is actually sniffing Beatrice at this point.
Huh?
It's just like...
Beatrice is sniffing right back.
Yep.
And is enjoying the smell.
Are they chasing each other's butts?
No, not yet. They're just sniffing. Just goes, Splash Bomb. Come on, we gotta go.
Blue, again, please.
Dead.
Thank you.
There we go.
All right, and he thank you. He and Splash are gonna go inside. At this point, if the rest of you are going to show up at the group, this meetup, you are welcome to do so.
As of right now,
here.
Tycho is just circling back without even knowing what's going on.
All right, so
Okay, and Momoko is leaving the marketplace because she's done with her shopping.
Okay, fair enough. So I'll say at that point, Arlen, you get the phone call from Kempler, and the rest of the group gets the notification if you're sharing that news.
I'm sharing the news, yeah.
All right, so I would say all of you are aware of what's going on.
I moved over prematurely, sorry.
It's all right.
So, can I quickly state that Vaporeon was one of the few instances where Kemplar didn't use the Pokedex right away?
Yes.
Vaporeon was one of the few instances where Kemplar didn't use the Pokedex right away.
Oh my god! Dad!
Well, that's something for later. Alright, so... Alright, so... I'll assume that Louise is following by that logic, so I will move you two over. So at this point, the group is beginning to reassemble themselves. Arlen, are you coming back?
Just very quickly, Arlen's done that thing you do when you go shopping and you move another bit of your wallet and you find more money there. How many more of those candies is the guy selling?
He currently has at least another dozen, at most.
Do you know what? I'm going to buy him out of that dozen as well.
Alright, so that's another
I'm
dozen.
going to do the rich boy thing. I'm going to buy him out.
Fair enough.
Greedy much?
Eh?
And then I'm just going to answer the phone and go...
If I may, with the pearl string and the pearl being sold, I have 11K.
Probably going to be when I get the phone call from Kemplar, and I'm just going to go, Alan Montgomery, Van Duiselkrantz, the Larry III, who's speaking?
Kemplar Mahina. Kemplar Mahina speaking. We got a situation over by the battle plazas. Something about a plot to take a ship. You want to come help us?
I don't see.
I'll grab the girls and be right there.
Wait, who was? Okay, the girls. Who all's with you? Mamako and Shixona?
Those are the girls. Yep.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Right, click.
What is going on?
So Tycho has arrived to see the group show up.
like, if I can, just behind Kemplar. What is going on?
Oh, there's a plot there. Oh, we're all about to go into the battle plaza because there's a plot going on in there. Something about needing something else to take
And
a
speaking
ship.
of, we should go in right now.
Yeah, that.
As that happens, as you're approaching, you suddenly hear
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh,
that's
that
not
didn't
good.
sound good. Move it, Max! Move it, move it, move it!
I don't know what this one said. I'm gonna kick some ass.
All right. So do you?
Turn on
Okay.
your pokey gear!
So, do you all go inside?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Okay. So inside.
Whoa, what the? It's 3D.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance I didn't get a chance to make an actual map.
Oh my god,
So-
we got a budget increase.
That must be a very, very hefty budget.
I wish I wouldn't be here otherwise.
We either got a
Oh,
hefty
man.
budget or we just got thrown into a shack.
Oh wait, that's it. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh wait, does this mean that we get to be? Oh wait,
Yeah.
does this mean that we get to be? Oh wait, no, we can't get to be full size. Never mind.
Nice of Brownie to rent out this Airbnb for us, hey guys?
I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Mm.
All right.
Oh,
Anyway,
dear.
so this is just theater of the mind.
Look.
So, as you
What
guys,
the fuck is this?
Heidi has just noticed it. So, as you guys enter, you see what looks like a entrance of some kind, of like this worn out looking entrance, and there doesn't appear to be any signs of anything. The door is wide open at the back, but that's the only thing that you see.
How far is it from where we're standing?
Sorry, I apologize on the size thing. I did this on the context of things. Basically, it is about 20 feet from you guys.
Okay. Louise is going to channel her Shuppet.
All right. Templar's also going to pay attention to the other room, figure out if anything else is going on.
All right. And she's also going to be using shared senses.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to just bring up the info for shared senses.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay. She then points up towards the open door. and then just puts her finger to, and then just puts the finger to her lip to kind of tell Shepard to be quiet. Yeah, to be quiet.
Okay. Theon, I presume you're also approaching?
Templar is going to approach carefully, but listening first to make sure everything is okay.
Okay, roll a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
And Puppet is going to go towards the door. Have I got you go? Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
So, because you got over 20, you actually hear something. If you rolled under 20, you would have heard nothing. Over 20, you actually do hear. You hear a faint sort of sound. Oh, so this is where this went. Quick, get it back here. Come on.
Does Puppet see anything?
For Puppet to see, is Puppet invisible?
Puppet is invisible. Yes.
Okay. So Puppet does see something. As the door opens, he sees the sight of two figures dragging the unconscious sailor and a unconscious Vaporeon through another door at the back.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna.
There are people inside, dragging an unconscious man and a Vaporeon.
It sounds like they found whatever they were looking for, too.
Gosh. Huh?
Hey, did you hear something? Puppet hears this. She heard the half from Tycho because he didn't go shush. I would like all of
Wait,
you.
Tycho isn't even in the room.
Well, you said you were all in, so I would like all of you to make a stealth check for me, please.
Well,
stealth check.
Thank you, Tycho. Tycho for this.
I'm sorry, everyone.
It's cool. It's D&D.
Oh dear.
No. Yeah. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Arlen.
So just
Tycho.
Just Momoko left to roll if she's rolling stealth.
I mean, that's an average roll, guys.
Well, I hope I know what I'm putting my next points into.
Momoko, are you rolling a stealth as well?
Sure, why not?
I did say everyone to roll one, so it's cool.
It's okay.
All right.
So let me come in here. Let me go back to chat so that I can actually see what I'm doing.
It's cool.
Okay, stop.
Are we nervous about this?
No, I just had to find. No, I just had to find it.
Fair enough. What about the rest of you?
A bit.
Oh, okay, a 6. Okay. Well, let's see. What are the exact numbers of everybody's roll? Okay. Oh no.
Anybody below 10 got shit?
That's what I'm guessing.
Yep.
I need to roll a perception check.
Should we be afraid?
Give me a second.
Yes.
2d6. You lucky bastards!
Yay! Nobody gets to be mad at me!
We're still mad at you, but we don't get to suffer because of your mistakes.
So,
Thank you.
Okay, fair enough.
Context. You all rolled higher than the guy's perception, so Arlen and Momoko can breathe a very big sigh of relief that they were so fucking close.
Okay,
Not so big, I might hear it.
can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Some of us aren't actually bastards. You have some women in here.
Alright, so you all managed to quickly hide amongst witches and in this room, but you hide amongst some of the furniture briefly. The figure looks into the room and peers the head back, going, I'm hearing things. Look, just get inside. It's all that matters. Quick, do we have it? Yes, we found the wheel. And they go through the room, leaving you all free of this clear.
And Momoko herself breathes a huge sigh of relief.
I just kind of mumble. That was way too close.
Momoko mumbles back to... That was Shixona who said that, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, Momoko mumbles back to her saying, yeah, you're telling me.
Alright, so at this point, the door does open back up a little more, and Puppet, who's still invisible, sees the sight of water on the other side of the door.
Water?
Oh no. Are they trying to...
They probably are. If we're gonna make a move, we have to make it fast.
Let's go.
And now, Elizabeth starts moving slowly towards the open door.
I would like those approaching the door. No, you don't have to worry this time. You actually succeeded in avoiding the first, so they're not even listening a bit at this point.
Tycho will fall suit.
Yeah, Momoko is going to as well, but she is going to do it very, very carefully.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, we are tiny.
Yeah, as the size of the map, I just put the image in the map for the visual flair.
Some toys.
Yeah.
There's some toys in the room.
Oh god! Oh goody! My Kempler action figure! I was
Anybody in the chat wants... If anybody in the audience has the ability to make action figures, please do so. Send us the pictures.
So just
They're
someone
very
with a 3D printer
desperate.
lying around and starts making figurines out of us.
Yeah, or fan art. That could work.
Yes.
That works too, yes.
So what do I become in all of this? I'm not anything in this.
You are the beloved DM, holding a huge ass D20 in your hands.
I'll take that. All right.
And
So
it's
for
just a freaking halo hanging off a set of demon horns.
Love you, Chris.
Love you
Yes,
all
Yes,
too.
we do.
Yes, with a pigeon on one shoulder and a metapod in the other hand.
Oh, the meta. Oh, that's right. The metapod. Forgot about that. All right. So confirmation. Who's going through the door to the other one?
Jixona?
Actually, better
Elizabeth.
okay, better response.
Momoko?
Oh, okay, yeah, keep going. All right, so better response. Who's not?
Louise is gonna stay behind and stay in range of Puppet to act as lookout.
Okay. So as you enter the other room, you do see. I apologize, I didn't get the chance of this. You see a smaller room where decorated around is what looks like chests, small barrels, and a large map on the wall. And you see another door just to your side where Puppet was looking.
Elizabeth takes one or two steps into the room to get a better look.
Okay. You are in the
Tycho
room.
is going to try to get a good view without stepping into the room just yet.
Okay. Those in the room Roll a perception check.
Which would be just Liz, right?
No.
No.
It's not just Liz.
You said you'd peer in, so you peer into. Jesus Christ! Have you rolled anything?
Okay.
You have not rolled anything less than 20, unless it's with less than dice.
Well, yeah, because I have a whole bunch of dice at my disposal.
What's with all these sevens that I'm getting?
Like, unless Finn got extremely unlucky with his rolls.
Wow,
Yeah.
I got a 9.
Why am I just rolling sevens?
Cause bullshit? I don't know. What was I gonna say
Okay.
there?
I am here.
All right.
Lucky
So,
number 7, maybe?
okay. So as you do so,
And I thought 7 was supposed to be a lucky number.
you never know. Okay. So as you look in there, you do see now on the other side of the door there is a faint sound of water. Because that we have a 15, those who rolled 15 or higher, you get a sight through the door very much ajar of the sight of what looks like the back end of a large ship. And that's all you can tell.
Wait, stupid question. Just making sure the others besides Elizabeth and Kemplar and Louise, they know about it being a ship plot, a ship stealing plot, correct?
Yes. Unless Kemplar has mentioned it on the phone.
He would have mentioned it on the phone with everybody.
Okay, good to know.
So I'm just trying to make sure that everybody knows, or is it just those who
yeah.
were on the phone with him?
No worries. For clarity, because I get the feeling that you would rather have a visual clue on what you're seeing, I will be fair. This is all you see through the door.
Bull. Darkness.
Look to the far right.
Oh, I see it now. I see
Kind of
it.
looks like the bow of a ship.
Yeah, I was about to say just the bow of the ship.
That's all you see at the back. Oops. I did not mean to,
That's the front of the ship.
I did not mean to hide that.
That's
Hello,
the front of the ship.
darkness,
Chris.
my old friend.
The bow is the front of the ship, though, not the back. The back is, I think, the starboard. No, wait, no, starboard is right.
Port is left, starboard is right.
Stern, that's the back of the ship. Then the bow is the front of the ship.
Yes.
Alright, so I need to ask you guys, are you passing any of this on, or what are you doing?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to describe that I just see a long bow of a ship.
I imagine it's the ship that whoever's going on.
Yeah, more than likely.
Just to ask in, who's not in the room before this? Basically, to sum up what you're looking at, by the way, there's the room when you entered, there's the door which leads to another small room, and then the small room leads to a door that looks out towards this. Just to pass on.
Whereas I went into the room with Elizabeth.
Okay, so Shixona. Click! As you step into the room, all of a sudden a voice echoes around you all. Ahoy there! Glad to see you've entered the chambers of my battle plaza. My name is Captain Calypso, and I be in charge of the SS Battleship, the newest battle facility of the battle frontier. So glad you could take me challenge. The fact you're here means you're either brave or stupid enough to take charge. If you behold the map to your west side, you'll see that there is the challenge that stands before ye. Plot your course, avoid the dangers, or face the perils of the ocean. I await at the end with the biggest treasure of them all. The question is, will you be walking the plank? And the voice stops.
And that's where we end tonight's session, everybody.
No, you don't. No.
I mean, if you really want.
I'm kidding. I was kidding. I'm sorry.
So now the plan is to. So we're strangling both
couldn't
Blue and
resist. The
Heidi.
opportunity was perfect.
So we're strangling.
Tempting fate, ma'am.
Here's
So
the
we
thing.
are-
Here's the thing. Though the opportunity was there. She decided to seize it and take it.
That's
Thank
valid.
Yeah, so
My
we're
dick is all over.
All right.
so we're strangling both Blue and Heidi.
So, that's what you all hear around you. What are you gonna do?
I'm just kind of like
Study the
frozen,
map.
like,
Tycho's going to call his bluff,
oh no.
but he's gonna see what everyone else thinks.
You are so on edge by this. I love it.
Yeah,
Of course you do.
Yeah, Puppet's just gonna go. Puppet's just gonna kind of explore ahead.
Okay. How far ahead does he explore?
Question, Chris.
Yeah.
Is the voice automated?
It is.
Aha!
Well,
Yeah.
the clicking sound would have given that away.
Yep.
Yeah. It depends on where Puppet's coming from, exactly.
Okay, well, just so you know, the door leads to I just realized I have my thing here. It comes out over this.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
All right. Then Puppet is going to maneuver like on the ship just enough to see if who or what's on it.
Okay, then in that case, well, that spoils all this. I get to reveal the map now.
Ooh.
Oh,
All
I'm
right.
not planning on going. I'm not planning on going too far.
No, that's
Just
fine.
kind of
Yeah.
starting.
But you have shared senses, so you get to see it. So this is what you see.
Oh wow.
Mm.
Oh, that's a lot.
so this is a lower level of the ship if the stairs and going in this direction or anything to go by.
And Puppet sees on the other side the sight of a sailor with a Vaporeon and a figure standing beside him.
Does
He
this
look familiar.
Yeah. Does this figure look familiar to me?
He does.
Does this familiar look familiar?
Wrong D&D.
Yeah.
You actually do see the sight of Otto.
I was about to say I didn't want to spoil
Yeah.
anything if that was the case.
So
A suspicious man.
Well,
Suspicious man?
The one at the
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
museum one.
The suspicious guy at the museum. Is he out there?
Yes. With the other man and Vaporeon.
I knew something was fishy about him. That is not a joke because that is not a pun, and because Duchess is here.
Elizabeth just kind of looks over at Tycho just to give him a shut up.
What?
And then turns back. So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna go in there and keelhole everybody? No pun intended. Or what's the plan?
can Templar see the movement on the deck?
you guys right now, you are still in the other room. Only Puppet went ahead.
Okay, thank you.
In that case, at this point, Arlen is going to be the ever gentleman and let everyone else go first.
Oh wow! Great.
How many do you
Right,
see?
so-
How many do
Well,
you
we
see?
can see how much of a gentleman Orlin is.
How many do you see?
How many people?
Shh. Hang on. Go ahead.
How many do you see, Louise?
A lot.
Yeah, she's asking
Oh,
how many. He's
many-
asking
how
how many
many-
do you see?
Okay. How many? Okay. Can I see everybody?
At the moment, yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
About maybe 6 people. Mm.
Uh,
8 if you count the sailor and suspicious man. 9 if you count the Vaporeon with them.
so let's say it's 7 bogeys. All right. Well, I'm going in. And Kemplar walks into the room.
Oh shit! All right, so you walk straight in.
I only rolled in.
Oh my days.
All right.
Well, I guess Elizabeth is going with him
All
because
right.
she's not letting him sink this alone.
Yeah,
Get out.
same as Shana. She's going. She's following.
All right,
Beth.
those who are entering the room, please do so, and keep yourself on the top area up there, if you would, please.
Okay.
Got it.
Louise is just going to stay off the ship and act as lookout.
All right, and while everybody gets on, I'm going to run to the bathroom.
All right, so get your Pokemon that you're having out in all of this. So is it just you 4 who had just gone out for the ship first?
I think so. Unless.
Yeah.
All right.
Obviously, Arlen is letting us all go first. He's going last.
Come on, don't leave us for dead, Arlen.
It's Arlen. Let's see. So let's see. The only ones not there are Momoko, Arlen, and Louise at the moment. So Louise is staying back as lookout.
Yeah.
If Louise is channeling, then surely she can't actually see herself. So I'm being the gentleman and guarding Louise.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay. Yeah, and Momoko is going to stay behind and help Arlen protect Louise.
Okay, fair enough.
Since
boy.
since Louise can see what Puppet is seeing and she can't see what's in front of her, it's best that she have double the protection.
Exactly.
That's fair.
That's fair.
All right. So as you 4 cross the bridge, everyone turns to you, and at this point, the figure looks over, just goes, "Oh, so it looks like you managed to at least get some help. Typical." And the sailor just goes, "Hey, wait! You quick, run! You can't take on this many!" And at this,
Anyone?
Yeah. Well, the figure then is going to walk forward, and he's just going to just look and just goes, "Who are you?"
The figure
we
that's
be
on the
pirates.
You say this, Kepler?
Okay.
You know,
symbol to notify you.
if everybody's okay with it, Kemplar is going to be a pirate.
Floof,
Yeah, yes.
you might want to get that dead ready just in case someone kills over from laughter.
Anyway, so the figure just goes, "Pirates, huh? A little young to be playing the big leagues, are we?"
Our pirates can be of any age, as long as they be swashbucklers.
Tycho's just
Elizabeth is
squinting
just gonna face palm.
Tycho's just squinting at Kemplar.
Stone's just struggling not to laugh outright.
Well, at least this is some amusement. Although I pretty much am going to deal with you first. And he's going to look over at the Vaporeon, and you watch as he actually summons out.
Oh shit, Electabuzz.
What is it?
Electabuzz.
So we all see this, right?
Yes. It just goes,
Okay.
I would not take another step if you value this little one's life.
You would murder a Pokemon for the sake of keeping a secret? That's a new low.
A secret? My dear, there is no secret to us.
Then who are you?
Then why all of this, threatening?
Huh. 2 important questions. First, the threatening. Sometimes you need to make a point to stand up. And to prove you're not a laughing joke. As for who I am, my name is Otto, Chief Planning Strategist of Team Lone Wolf, at your service.
Finally!
Oh, then.
You know, I was wondering when we'd be seeing one of you.
Oh, well, at least the name has passed on quite well. At least someone has. You lot! You thought, earn your paychecks and deal with them. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure that when we get this ship moving, I'm pretty sure the Sharpedos would get rather less hungry, wouldn't you say? And you watch all of their faces go white, as now you see over the edge of the ship, there are some shark fins.
Electabuzz, the electric Pokemon. Its wind wheels its arms to slightly boost its punches. Both have been known to escape in the meantime.
What?
He's Pokedexing.
I
I
Pokedexed
know.
Alright. And with that, that's what will end tonight's session.
Yes, I snuck in
Well,
the
I
Pokedex!
wasn't too far off, I guess.
I snuck
He
in the
still fucking
Pokedex!
thinks it!
I snuck in the Pokedex! Let's go!
We are ending.
Just don't get into it because they would never understand.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're ending the session on a cliffhanger.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
I'm okay with this. I am okay with this because this goes into a combat session and we're going to be doing a lot of
Sound
combat.
familiar.
I've missed this. So hey, you've just uncovered one member of Team Lone Wolf, and to think, if they didn't bump into that Vaporeon by that luck, you probably wouldn't have got here.
We got the Vaporeon in the Pokedex, right?
Not yet,
No,
you haven't.
we don't.
Oh, right.
The only time I'm
Keyword
going to
is
let
yes.
Chris decide if Vaporeon gets added now or later.
Later, because you technically haven't
Okay.
done this. But hey, so you've encountered Team Lone Wolf. By the way, what do you think of my little tokens?
They look
They're
good.
adorable.
I like.
Yeah,
They
I
look
would
like they were made in some other alternate art program.
You are
Shady
entirely
punch.
correct. So, to sum up, I made this in a very, very adept little website, which is ironically called 2-Minute Tabletop.
Nice.
Huh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's called 2-Minute Tabletop, and basically you can create certain little tokens and certain little monsters of things of small caliber. They don't go full detail in things, but basically it's just like simple designs and such, which is what you're basically seeing here.
Yeah, they do look cool.
Yeah, in fact, because to be fair, if you look near the center of the map, in fact, just a bit there, you can, here you go, I'll be fairer. You can get, oh, god damn it, it helps if I get the right one. Here you go. Better look at this guy. There you go.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought he had shades on. Whoopsie.
He
Yeah,
looks
I
like
thought
an
he
evil.
got too.
He looks like an evil version of one of the Elite Four members in Scarlet and Violet. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yes!
It's not a pretty sight.
Ah, fucking hell.
Oh, well, that's, well, alright, well, in any case, it seems that Team Unity have finally discovered Team Lone Wolf. But the
About damn
questions...
time.
But the... Fuck you. I'm sorry, it's like Brownie had other ideas and other plot points he wanted to do first.
But I wanted to see them.
Yeah, I know, because all of you ridiculed their fucking philosophy in the first place.
Sorry.
But I wanted to see them.
Hey, it's true. You were all questioning them so much, my head went, shit, I need a new directive. So, yes.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, now I remember that conversation.
Yeah, right at the beginning of the fucking law. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, I have held that grudge for the longest time about that.
Sorry.
don't even know.
It's alright, anyways. But the point being is, let's get the important questions out the way to wrap up. So, with Team Lone Wolf now finally showing their face, what exactly is their situation here? Why are they trying to take hold of this ship? And will our little conversation of Elizabeth get out into the public? Well, you'll have to tune in next time to find out. Because, my friends, the stealth has rolled high, so it's time to say goodbye. So, with that, it's goodbye from Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers. It's goodbye from Lena.
Peoples, see you in 2 weeks.
Goodbye from Knight.
See you guys in a couple weeks. Yep.
Das Floof. From Heidi.
Oh, God.
Hello? Did somebody get me out of here? I'm trapped in here until 2 weeks.
Nope. So somebody put her in the cabinet already for 2 weeks. Wait, hang on.
You too.
Fine. I'll go get the key. Goodbye from Aeon as well.
It's Rimshaw Institution. Do not forget it's Rimshaw Institution.
And goodbye from Kepler of Thean.
I already have my Moonbase Alpha stuff planned for the next session. It's going to be silly, and it's going to loop. So you'll have to tell me to stop.
Oh no!
Thean, you get one play of it, and it better be less than 90 seconds.
It is less than 90 seconds, but it loops. So you have to tell me when to stop.
You are going to stop, depending on the song.
And if you don't stop, Thean, I will send you to Jesus.
That's fine. I have emotional damage
Yeah,
already.
this, but it fits.
Yes.
Anywho, but I guess we'll see what happens then. So, my friends, this is Brownie. Oh, sorry, Del. You were sorry. Sorry, I was keeping quiet with Louise. I forgot.
It's all right. It's all right. Eat your watermelon for the next 2 weeks.
Watermelon.
Goodbye.
Okay, I'll get her out.
The fucking muffled scream. Oh dear.
I am going to kill whoever locked me in the box.
Okay, it was Blue.
It wasn't me. It was not me. I'm not the guilty party.
I'm innocent.
Well, while we decide who dies next with a game of rock paper with a rock paper gun.
What?
I know what I said. Anyway, this is Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers. Simply just saying, catch you all later. And of course, everyone, you better roll high, 'cause it might be goodbye. Catch you all later, everyone. And of course, stay charged.